Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. And I am here with my friend, Teacher Sherill. Welcome, Teacher Sherill.
Hello, Evelyn.
I'm so excited to have Teacher Sherill here. Now, the reason I wanted to have you here today is I've been interviewing different teachers and wanting to share ideas with subscribers and people that watch, ideas of how you can diversify, and even ideas sometimes diversifying outside of ESL or even outside of teaching online, ways we can make money from home.
Right.
Sherill, tell us about the business you started.
Well, last year when the pandemic first happened, to help save my sanity, I started painting. And I first started painting on canvases, and one thing led to another, and I just kept painting, and I started sharing my work with my family and friends on Facebook. And with their encouraging words and support, I just continued on and I got better and better, but I wasn't happy. We're always our worst critique. But someone asked me to do a door hanger, and I was like, I can't do that. And I was, oh yes, you can. So I started with there, and once I did that one, I did more, and it's just a learning process, but it's really fun. And if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
All right, we have Kitty Cat's Corner. She says she is an amazing artist, very proud of Sherill. Is
Oh,
that
thank you. Thank you, Katina.
Can you show me one of your door hangers?
I can. I have this one. He's
Wow.
he's actually painted 3D. That way, when you hang him up, it looks like he's like coming out at you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And the way you just speckled the paint and everything.
hmm
That
We
is
call
so
this splatter paint. You just take two wet paint brushes with your paint, and you just tap them, and it kind of like makes snow.
So how did you find out how did you learn your painting techniques and how to do the font on the writing and everything? How did you learn these things?
Well, actually, you can get templates. You can go on Etsy or different Facebook groups. There's all kinds of tutorials out there, especially on Facebook. Um, and one of my favorite groups that I love to go to is Heaven's Country Door.
Mhm.
And you print off the template, and of course, to make it bigger, you go on blockbuster.com and you just tape the pieces together. It's kind of like a puzzle, and you see the font is already there. And of course, this is her last name, but you uh, just trial and error mainly. I learned how to do, the calligraphy writing just by trial and error.
So how do you use the template and transfer it onto the wood? Or is it wood that you're painting on?
hmm
Okay.
It is wood. I actually use 1/4 inch sure plywood.
So
It's
you cut the shape out too.
I'm sorry.
Do you cut the shape out as
I do.
well?
I use a jigsaw. I love
Oh,
power tools. Don't be intimidated at first, like I was, but it's really easy. But you just basically lay the template on top of the wood, and you trace it out. You use a jigsaw to cut it out and sand it down, prime it, and you're good to go. It's kind of like paint by line. It's really easy. Anyone can do it.
I don't think I could, but it's amazing. How do you trace it onto there though? Because you've got the wood behind and the paper on top. How
You get some graphite paper,
graphite paper.
and you can buy this on Amazon or at Hobby Lobby. I don't think they sell it at Walmart, but I just get like a big pack from Amazon, and it's like $12.
Okay.
And I've had this for over a year. I mean, they're reusable, and I still have brand new sheets that I haven't even used yet.
Oh, so you reuse the same.
hmm
That's awesome. So the graphite kind of gives you a pencil stencil. That's
Correct.
interesting. Okay. Thank you for telling me all that. So, let's go ahead. I'm going. I'm going to share my screen and we are going to look at your Facebook group. So let me pull that. That's okay with me. So what I have right here is I actually scrolled down on Facebook. I scrolled down to some of your earliest ones. So
Yes.
look at them first so we could see kind of like the evolution of how your creations have changed. So what do you
Oh, yes.
think about your first ones that you sold?
Looking back, back then I was like, wow, this is really good. But now when I look at it, especially the blue, thankful, and blessed,
Uh-huh.
my writing, improved tremendously.
And boo, y'all.
That was one of my favorite Halloween door hangers. But you can just tell, I mean, from there to here, and with the cow, I have more to show. But it's just amazing how much you grow in a year. I
Yeah.
make a lot of hospital door hangers.
Oh, for like hospital rooms?
For like for nurseries.
Oh, I love this one.
hmm
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, come let us adore him for Christmas. Very good. You've got a Grinch hand. Look at that. Grinch
Yes,
hand.
and
Beautiful.
any door hanger can be personalized and customized to the customer's liking. If they don't like a certain pattern or color, I work with everyone.
Very cool.
What I like to do, I like to just to throw a bunch of different templates out once a month,
Hmm.
and I mainly take custom orders, but for holidays, when I know it's going to be a rush, I'll try to make like two or three of the same template.
Look at this one.
Yeah, that's an interchangeable door hanger there.
Oh, yeah. That is so awesome. So it interchanges with some of these.
hmm
Hippity hoppity, lucky, springy, blessed. That's so cute. So, um, do you mail them if someone orders and they live in another state?
I do. Of course, the customer pays for shipping.
Mhm.
Most of the time, it's just $10.
Okay, for
But
shipping.
like we mainly do priority shipping. Um,
This
I
is
do
this.
I do add in a couple of dollars because I have to go out and purchase boxes
Oh yeah.
and bubble wrap and tape, of course. But I
Mhm.
don't go over $10.
That's awesome. Look at this. Happy birthday. So you can put the number and the name.
hmm And
You
this can be used over and over. You just use some
chalk,
chalkboard paint.
chalkboard paint. Yeah. That's awesome.
I make all kinds of things.
Yeah. Look how cute this is. So you look at your older ones and you see how much you've improved, right?
hmm
Very cute. Oh, this bumblebee is so cute.
All from a template.
I might have to order me a bumblebee. I'm like going through, which one do I like the most though?
There's
I
all
really
kind
like
of uh-huh. There's all kinds of template clubs on Facebook. Some are free and some you have to pay. But you can find templates just off of Google Images. Make sure they're free for commercial use, of course. But um, when I started putting my work out on Facebook and people started buying my door hangers, of course, they spread the word, and I send a business card with all my door hangers. And I'm
Mhm.
actually uh, doing door hangers for businesses now.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Look how cute this is. I love it. Um, so you tell me again about the hospital. That's such a good idea, though, like a hospital room door hanger.
hmm
What kinds of door hangers have you done for hospital rooms?
Oh, a lot. uh, It's all according on what the customer wants. Some customers may just want just a typical round stained door hanger, just with the name and date, birth, height and weight. But it's mainly on the customer's preference. Most hospital door hangers are made to order. So if you're on Pinterest one day and you happen to see something you like, and send me a picture, and I try to go buy that picture. But I also give the creator their respect. I don't want just to copy their image. You always want to put your own spin on things. And I try to explain that to my customers
Mhm.
because, I want to give the original creators their respect.
Yeah. I really, really love this one. For God so loved. Isn't that beautiful? I
That's
love
one of my favorite ones for Easter.
that's wonderful. And God keeps his promises. Is that
That's
what
actually on a canvas.
was on a canvas?
A lady from a church got in touch with me, and she asked me would I have time to add some canvas paintings to their nursery that was just built. And I was like, sure. I said, tell me the theme. What would you like? And I just went by that theme, and
I love this one. Bloom where you're planted. Have you sold that one yet?
that was a custom ordered. Yeah,
Very cool. I love that.
they actually put that out in their garden.
Welcome-ish. It depends on who you are. Isn't that so true? Welcome-ish, except for, all the people we don't like having coming to our house. All right, very cool.
Now
So,
bows don't like me. Trying to make the big fluffy terry bows,
oh, the bow.
but I love to sit and try to make them. But I'm
They're
not
hard
the
to
best with
mail.
bows.
They're probably hard to mail because they're, kind of will get flattened or whatever. But yeah,
I try to buy wired ribbon. That way the customer, when they get it, they can fluff it back out and arrange it how they, like it.
that's awesome. That's so cool. Um, so how many have you sold over time? Well, when did you start your business and how many have you sold?
I actually made the Facebook business page, I want to say in August of last year. And on my business suite through Facebook, it's showing that I've sold over 500.
Wow.
I try to, for my own personal goal, I have 20 a month. I want to make at least 20 a month. But with holidays, business is really booming then, especially during holidays. And again, someone will call in with a custom order, or a housewarming gift, and I even had a realtor get in touch with me. She wants me to start making like some keys, like a big wooden key, to give to people to take pictures with.
I love that. I love that you set a goal for yourself as well. Goal to sell 20 per month. Because that way, setting a goal is so nice because it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you reach it.
Hmm.
And also it gives you something to aim for, but not a goal that's like so lofty that you can never reach it and you
Right.
get discouraged, but a goal that when you reach it, it's like, well, I reached my goal, or I went 5 past my goal, or I'm almost to my goal, or I got to 19 for the month, pretty good, right? So that's awesome to have like a goal in place. Do you ever try to beat your record? Like last month I did 20, maybe this month I could do 21.
I've actually surprised myself a time or two, especially during Christmas. Easter wasn't that busy for me, but 4th of July, it was really booming for the 4th of July.
Are your customers all people that you know, or are you now on to people that are new for you?
Everywhere. First, it was just, I was just inviting people on my friends list. And of course, then once they started sharing and they share, um, I'm shipping out a door hanger this morning going all the way to New York.
Wow.
I shipped out one going to Pennsylvania, Texas, just all around. Utah, uh, just all around.
So it's Door Laza by Sherill Lynn.
Hmm.
I'm gonna put that. That's the name of it. It's a page, not a group, right? On
Hmm.
Facebook. And I'm also going to put the link to her page on in the description box and in the comments below. So yeah, what advice do you have for someone that might be interested in starting a business like this?
In painting, I would suggest search YouTube, search Facebook. There are tons of tutorials. There are tons of groups on Facebook with a lot of, encouraging other creators. If you have any questions, you can always contact me or get on one of the Facebook groups and ask. Everyone is, willing, to share their tips and tricks. I learned a lot off of Facebook groups, a lot. And there's also some beginner courses, for someone who is new at everything, don't even know how to, to run a jigsaw or don't know what type of wood to get. There's beginner courses, that teaches you everything. And of course, it's trial and error. You know, I would first start out getting a piece of wood, or even if you don't have wood laying around, take you a cereal box or any kind of box and just start practicing your lettering, you know. But definitely reach out to different communities.
That is so awesome. Um, let's see. What kind of prices do you set your products at?
It all depends on the size. Mostly it's $25 for something like the cow, and this sign is mainly $25. But this is also a 20 inch. It's a 20 by 22 wide. Um, this is 25, and most of my door hangers I cut out to be at least not over 22 inches. But here recently, I found that the bigger the better.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really wanting the great big door hangers. This one is actually 30 inches, and
Well,
this covers a lot of your door. As you can see, it's
or let's think, because most of my community is online teachers.
mhm,
Look at this spot on my wall right here. I could order a door hanger with my teacher name on it. It could have a big butterfly on it or something, and
mhm.
or it could be an apple or whatever, and have it say "Teacher Evelyn Joy" on it. So I think that's what I'm going to order from you. We'll be in touch, but yeah, I'm for sure going to order one door hanger from you.
Thank you.
I think maybe some of my friends will hopefully order from you as well. So that'll be like a thank you for you coming on my channel. But I think it's so cool to think outside of the box. I actually, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was painting some paintings and selling them for $30 because I have one right here that this one I did for myself for my own birthday.
Beautiful.
I always like taking my family to the zoo for my birthday, but the zoo was closed because of the pandemic,
Oh, I
guys.
love it.
So I painted a picture of my family at the zoo. And so
Beautiful.
I use this in class all the time when we're talking about, I like art, or what do you like to do? I'm like, I like
For
to paint.
families, talk about mom, dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can talk about the animals on it or whatever, or just talk about I like to draw or I like to paint. So I use that as a pro. But yeah, and so I did that for a little bit because I needed an outlet for all of the negative energy, and I needed a hobby to do at home when
Mhm.
when we couldn't go anywhere, right? Everything
Right,
was down, and I just like needed something for to use all my negative energy on.
right,
And I
right.
you know, there are probably some online teachers that they need an outlet for their negative energy too. Yesterday, this is another thing I wanted to mention. Yesterday, I took my negative energy out on cleaning my classroom, and I threw away two big bags of just random trash, and I got half a bag of like props that I could give away to other teachers or donate to the thrift store or whatever, and I gave a few toys to my kids and was like, here, you can have this. And so my office, and I moved some furniture out and rearranged some furniture, so my office has so much more space and it just feels like clean and fresh now. So it helps, you know, to just feel less stressed out being in my office.
Mhm. I understand. I know one half of my room, it's my classroom, and on the other side, it's my craft and paint area. And
Mhm.
of course, this side's all organized, but the other side, oh.
Well, I this is such a tiny room, but I turned half of it into a home gym. So removing furniture and stuff just gives me a little bit more space because I've got like a stepper, some weights, and a exercise bike right over here.
Oh, wow.
So, and I've got two chairs in here. So it's just a tiny little room, but I've got like some exercise stuff over here. So anyway,
And it's all organized. See, I can work better in environments like that.
exactly. It makes you feel less stressed. So
Hmm.
I would say to any teachers with a lot of just pent up energy or you can't sleep or whatever, take it out on your classroom and clean it out or take it out on an art project and sell it. Start a
Hmm.
business from it, you know. Use all that negative energy for something good because I know a lot of people are getting on the internet and just using their
Stay
negative
away from Facebook.
at
Yes.
each other. And I feel like we need to remember we're on the same team. Bad things are happening to all of us right now. We're all in a pandemic. We're
Hmm.
all like having job issues. So it's not each other's fault, even if someone has a different opinion from you. You know, it's not their fault that you're going through this. We're actually on the same team, right? We should
Hmm.
encourage each other. And
Right. None of us was mentally prepared for what's happening right now.
yeah,
And, everyone has a hidden talent in them, and I say take what talent you have, and keep working on it, just throw it out there to your friends and family. There's just so much out there that you can do to make extra side money.
before the pandemic, I didn't know I could grow food. I didn't know I could garden. So gardening became an outlet for me and also a sense of security because my thing was I started gardening when a lot of people started gardening when the grocery store shelves were empty. And I
We
was,
did too.
what can I do? Do you do gardening?
We did last year.
Last year.
We didn't mess with it this year. I
What?
ended up getting a frozen shoulder, and
Oh no. Yeah. Well, and then art is something you can do when you have like an injured shoulder or injured knee or whatever as well. It's something that if you have to sit still or knitting or crocheting, all sorts of
right.
things. I remember at one point during the pandemic, I just took all of the plastic grocery bags I had, I cut it up and tied it together and turned it into plarn, what's called plarn, plastic yarn, and I just started crocheting it.
Oh, wow.
I just made like a bag out of it, but I made one bag out of like 100 bags, but at least that's like less going in a landfill, right? And it was something to do with my like anxiety or whatever, dealing with like everything that's going on. You can't go anywhere, you can't do anything. Mama needs a minute to herself. Don't come in my office. I'm crocheting plants.
Yes.
So because
That's awesome.
we also shouldn't take our stress out on our kids. So I recognize when I'm getting feeling frustrated, I remove myself from the situation instead of getting mad at my kids because it's not their fault. Mama it needs a minute, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So, is there anything we forgot to say, or any tips or tricks you want to say to someone? Do you have any encouraging words for the teachers out there that need some words?
Well, you're not alone. I too solely rely on my VIP kid income. Virtual teaching is not just about working from home and earning a paycheck. It's a passionate field. And we all become very connected, with our students and their families. And allow yourself to have some fun, find your hidden talent. If you find joy in painting, then I would encourage you to reach out to different door hanger communities, YouTube. Um, you know, um,
Yeah, that's so awesome.
just remember there's always something to be thankful for.
Yeah. When all of this was happening, um, oh, I've got Alice K's right here. She says, "Great interview. I jumped in late, so I went back to the beginning." Oh, very good. Yeah. I think when all of this started happening with VIP Kid and with the other companies and stuff, At the same time, all my kids and I were really sick. So,
Mm,
and with the pandemic, you never know what could it be, right? This or that. And so the thing is, with everybody being upset about the jobs, and those emotions are valid and everything too. I couldn't find in myself like bitterness or anger about it, because I couldn't help but be thankful that my kids aren't in the hospital, that we are
right,
okay, that we're getting better, that God is healing us, and we don't have to go to the hospital, because there are so many people that are suffering more than us. And I'm just so thankful that for my kids, and just thinking of the things you're thankful for, it puts everything in perspective.
right.
I think sometimes you don't appreciate something until it's gone. So sometimes moments like that, scares like that, remind us to be thankful
Mhm.
for the everyday blessings we take advantage of, right?
I always try to find something positive in each and every day. Even on my bad days, I have to just remember there's something positive in every day.
I crack myself up sometimes because I'm such an optimist, sometimes to a fault. And there'll be like the worst situation, and it'll be like, well, at least this or that. And I'll be like laughing at myself, like, okay, Evelyn, the house is burning down, but at least we got out of it.
Exactly. I'm the same way.
Like, we could lose our jobs, but at least there's still options.
Right.
At least we are healthy. At least we have a roof over our heads. At least we have food to eat. Like, things could be a lot worse.
Mhm.
And I think physical health too is something we never think to thank God for. But like every breath we breathe is a gift from God.
Yes.
Tomorrow's
Yes.
not promised to any of us. And so, yeah. I remember, maybe I shouldn't go this deep, but I remember when my mom passed away at 63. Every time I met someone and they told me their age and they were older than 63, I thought in my head, like, wow, you're lucky. Like, you got to live longer than my mom. So it puts everything in perspective. Obviously, I don't say those kinds of morbid thoughts out loud until I just told you about it. But things like that, I don't know. Going through hardship puts things in
Mhm.
perspective. And it also makes you smarter. For example, I had a commenter on one of my videos say, diversify. That never occurred to me. I've worked for Palfish for 4 years, and I've never even considered not being loyal to the company and staying with just the company. But then Palfish is willing to just cut everybody's pay and fire people and let everybody go. Why be loyal to a company when you're an independent contractor? You can have more than one source
Right.
of income, right? And so we're learning from this to be smart and diversify. We're learning that jobs aren't always going to be there for us.
Right.
Because we've had it for 4 years doesn't mean it won't go away. So we're learning things and getting smarter. uh, you'll
Learn
always
as you go.
you'll always know how to make door hangers. I'll always know how to garden. We're learning new skills
Hmm.
that we can turn into new streams of income. Well,
Exactly.
if you are on Facebook, I would like you to check out Dorlaza by Sherill Lynn. Like her page and scroll through her things. Share the page with someone that might be interested in maybe ordering it, or someone who might be interested in just looking at her art and enjoying it and leaving a nice comment, right? So thank you so much, Sherill, for
Thank
coming on.
you.
It's so great to have you. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Bye.